Welcome to Sportsbet Daily at oddsmarket.com. It's Monday and it's the start of a very, very busy week. If you're into your soccer or your football, you take your choice. It's UEFA Champions League and the Europa League on Thursday. So I'm joined by Martin Green and Alex Classic Tips. Gentlemen, how are we and how excited are we for this week ahead?
Oh, doing great. Thanks, Flash. Yeah, it's a very, very exciting week. We've got football tonight, Arsenal, Sheffield United. Then we've got Champions League, Europa League, and a Friday night Premier League game to look forward to as well. So there's non-stop footballing action. Lots of good picks from the team, hopefully, to go along with it.
Alex, you're saying that Champions League's been a little bit tough for us, Europa League a little bit easier. But I look at some of these games and I think value's good. And I think teams need to get the points this week.
Yeah, exactly like we talked before the show. I was asking Martin how he sees them, and he said that right now is the time for them to fight for the points because this is a double leg to tell our viewers. So the matches that are happening this midweek on Tuesday and Wednesday will happen on reverse on the next round. So it's very important, for example, like a group in which Barcelona will take 6 points from 2 matches this midweek. Inter and Dortmund are fighting for the second place. So it's that important. And there are many groups like that from the 8 of them. So it's very, very, very important. If in the first week we struggled a little bit because it's normal to happen like that. It's the first week of the Champions League. We don't know what to expect. Despite all the leagues already have been started, I think that right now is the time to place the bets on normal units, on bankers, and so on.
Okay, well, let's get underway. Shakhtar Donetsk, 1.75 draw, 3.8, and Dynamo Zagreb, 4.75, Alex.
Yeah, so Manchester City are first in the standing in this group with 6 points from 2 matches, followed by Zagreb and Shakhtar Donetsk. Shakhtar Donetsk did really good last round, beating Atalanta, coming back from 1 goal down to beat them in the injury minutes. I think that both Shakhtar Donetsk and Zagreb will not be happy with the draw here. I think that we will see an exciting match. I think that the odds for that suggest a high-scoring affair between 2 clubs that are fighting for the second place. Because normally Manchester City will take the 6 points from Atalanta. The newcomers Atalanta there, that despite being scoring goals for fun in Serie A, is the first time that they are playing in Champions League. So Zagreb and Shakhtar Donetsk should take these matches very serious, and they have they are 2 great attacking sides, and we should see goals. So I'm expecting over 2.5 goals in the match at 1.9 in this match.
Okay, gets us off to a good start. We want goals. Shakhtar Donetsk, Dynamo Zagreb, over 2.5 at 1.9. Martin, Atletico Madrid, 1.66, draw 3.9. Bayer Leverkusen, 6.25. I quite like the Madrid at 1.66, and I'm going to put it in with a couple of others, Martin.
Yeah, I've done a couple of accumulators this week, and Atletico are a popular choice from me. It is good odds for them at home. I think it's because they've been drawing a lot of games recently, drawing far too many games. But this is a good opportunity for them to return to winning ways against Bayer Leverkusen side that lost 3-0 to Eintracht Frankfurt at the weekend. Pretty terrible result, really, when you consider that Eintracht Frankfurt aren't great this season. This is the sort of game that I think Atletico should control and win reasonably comfortably while keeping things solid at the back. So, yeah, 1.66 looks good. Bit more value. Classic tip, under 4.5 goals. Atletico to win, 1.87.
Yeah, I think under 4.5 is probably a safe bet there. Alex, we're going to go back to you. We're going to go back to the same group as you just mentioned a minute ago. Man City 1.22, the draw 7.5, and Atalanta 14.
Yeah, I think that it should be a clear home win here. Atalanta, yes, they are one of my favorite teams in Serie A. But you can easily observe that this is the first time that they are participating in Champions League, that they qualified in Champions League. In Serie A is different. They have the experience. They know what to expect from the other teams. But when it's their first time in Champions League, it doesn't matter your name. I think that it will always come to playing the second year because you need experience in the European Cups. So yeah, Atalanta their last place 0 points, 1-6 on goals there. I think that they played really good against Shakhtar. They were just unlucky not to beat them. I think that they had a lot of chances to close that match in the first half. They scored one time. They should have been they should have scored 2 or 3 times at least because they had a lot of opportunities. They are one of the teams that don't know how to defend. They are always in the attack, and you can see that from their last result, 3-3 with Lazio. They were 3 goals up at halftime till the 69th minute of the game against Lazio on the road, and they failed to win that game. Conceding the last goal, I think that in the last second of the injury, with a penalty, with Immobile scoring that penalty. When you don't know how to defend against a team like Manchester City, you will get trashed, you will get destroyed, because Manchester City will never stop scoring. I think that Atalanta might score also and help us with our bet, despite being without Duvan Zapata, their top scorer. But Luis Muriel started to play good, scored 2 times against Lazio. So I see him starting that match against Manchester City. Manchester City will have a great time against Atalanta. They are one of the opponents they like, a team that, again, I will repeat, they don't know to defend. They are going all in. And Atalanta have nothing to lose in this one. They should go and win this one. So I'm seeing a high-scoring match with the home team to win. Manchester City and over 3.5 goals at 2.05 there.
2.05. Okay, so we've got the goals at the Etihad. So we go to Northern France. Lille 2.8, draw 3.4, and Valencia 2.8. Martin, it looks like the unders to me.
Oh yeah, I could see this being an unders game, definitely. I've been quite impressed with the way Valencia have been playing, though, recently. They really seem to have found their feet under Albert Solades, got a very creditable 1-1 draw away at Atletico Madrid at the weekend. It shocked everyone when they sacked their manager so early into the season, particularly after how much success he'd had. But they seem to be turning things around. They're climbing up the table steadily. Okay, they did lose to Ajax 3-0 in their last Champions League game, which is a bit worrying for their fans. But they can take confidence from the 1-0 victory they picked up at Stamford Bridge earlier in qualification. And I think they're a better team than Lille. Lille were good last season, but they sold a few key players in the summer. Nicolas Pepe obviously went to Arsenal, but they also sold Leao to AC Milan. Thiago Mendes went to Lyon. And the players that they've brought in to replace them haven't really found their way into the team yet. They've got a couple of injuries. They're just not playing particularly well. Had a few bad results, down to 6th in Liga. I think Valencia can leave with a result here. I'd be tempted just to go for Valencia to win it because you can get very attractive odds on that. But just to cover myself, I'll go for Valencia draw no bet at 1.85.
Draw no bet at 1.85. It definitely looks like an unders game to me. Now, here's a bit of value. If you fancy Bayern Munich, it's 1.4. But Olympiacos at home, 8.4. Draw 5.25. Alex, do you think many people will want Olympiacos, especially with the way that Bayern Munich are shipping goals?
No, I don't think that Olympiacos will have the power to beat or to pull off the upset against Bayern Munich, against Lewandowski, who is scoring goals for fun this season. I think that he scored in all his 8 Bundesliga matches. But Olympiacos will miss some of their key players. Madi Camara, Papea, Busise, very important players. Matthew Valbuena also is injured and he will miss this match. Bayern Munich, I don't know. I saw them last weekend against Augsburg. It was a funny match. I think that they should have been 7-0 up, but unfortunately they conceded in the last minute of the game, and they were kept to a 2-2 draw. They lost the top spot. They lost. They didn't close the gap on Gladbach there, just by 1 point, because Gladbach are still leaders after this crazy round in Bundesliga. I'm saying crazy round in Bundesliga because I think that the first 10 teams in Bundesliga are separated by just 2 or 3 points, all of them. So it's a really open season in the German top flight league. I don't see Olympiacos putting problems to on fire Bayern Munich. I think that it was just a mistake that 2-2 draw against Augsburg after the international break. But now they should put themselves together and win from halftime, solve this match from halftime in Greece against Olympiacos, against a decent team. The atmosphere in the stadium will be absolutely amazing with the Greek fans. But Bayern have so much experience in Champions League that they will not be affected by this. Maybe even more, they will play even better. So I'm seeing Bayern winning from halftime at 2.0. So halftime, full-time at 2.0.
Half-time, full-time, 2.0. And the reason I questioned Bayern Munich was because they failed to beat Augsburg at the weekend, conceding 2. They get beat the week before against Hoffenheim at home, 2-1. There's too many goals going in. I thought that this was a classic, Alex classic. Both teams to score an over. But if you're a Bayern Munich fan, 2.0 for half-time, full-time. Martin, Slavia Prague at 8, draw 5.25. Barcelona 1.45. Barcelona look like they're starting to knit together.
Yeah, funnily enough, I'm going for that exact same bet in this game. Barcelona half-time, full-time at odds of 2.1. Very attractive set of odds there. Barcelona started the season shakily, but it just shows you how reliant they are on Lionel Messi. He was injured in the opening weeks of the campaign. Their form was really patchy, struggling for creativity, not creating many chances, not scoring many goals and leaking goals because they didn't have enough possession. Since he's come back into the team, they can't stop winning. They've been impeccable, scoring plenty of goals. And alongside Luis Suarez, Antoine Griezmann, they've just been too much for anyone in Spain. They've gone back to the top of the table, and it looks like they'll just be comfortable winning the league there again. I think they should really go to Prague and win this one pretty easily. They would expect to start strong, fancy them to be ahead at half-time and to finish the game ahead. So odds of 2.1 on Barcelona to win at half-time, full-time look great to me.
Did you even look at the Asian handicap of maybe Barcelona minus 1.5 or anything like that? Because I don't fancy Slavia Prague to score.
No, probably not. Let's have a look at the odds on that. Oh, you can get 2.17 on that.
Okay, so I mean, it's just one of those. But there again, I mean, I just think that they're definitely going to be scoring 2, a minimum of 2. Then if Slavia Prague just throw caution to the wind, and they're going to leave themselves open at the back. So you've got Barcelona minus 1.5, Asian handicap at 2.17, which is just another alternative. But Martin's going for half-time, full-time. Barcelona at 2.1. Alex, this is the game I really, really like. Inter Milan 2.4, draw 3.6, Borussia Dortmund 3.1. I'll have my opinion after yours.
Yes, I really love the fact that Inter responded well to injuries. Alexis Sanchez out, Stefano Sensi out, two of the key players in this team. Okay, Alexis Sanchez hasn't played so much. He got injured on international duty, and he will be out around 4 weeks. But Stefano Sensi played a lot this season, and it was very important for Inter to win that match against Sassuolo. By the way, Chef Michael's Inter to win banker came in. My both team to score against Sassuolo banker came in after 20 minutes in the game. It was a very exciting match, 4-3 in the end. They were about to to lose that 3 goals lead Inter, but fortunately for their fans, they won it after all. Romelu Lukaku played good. He scored 2 goals. And I see that the chemistry between him and his attacking teammates is getting better and better. Most of all with Lautaro Martinez, because also Lautaro Martinez scored two times against Sassuolo. So I like that attacking line from Inter. But on the other hand, I think that for the first time this season, Dortmund kept a clean sheet against Gladbach, the leaders from the German Bundesliga. I think that who saw the match saw that it's a bit of a lie. I think that the correct score should have been 3-1, 3-2 for Dortmund. Again, a lot of struggles in their defense. Again, Gladbach should have scored in that match. Dortmund won with Marco Reus being the MVP of the round in the German Bundesliga. And because we are in Germany, Jadon Sancho was suspended, as the reports are saying, for that Gladbach game because he turned late from the international duty. So, but he will appear in this match against Inter, absolutely, because it's very, very important. As I said, this match and the 2 matches, because right now Inter is playing Dortmund. The next round, Dortmund will play Inter. So these 2 matches will be the benchmark for their European future this season, and also for Inter's rebuild under Antonio Conte, who, as expected, he improved a lot this Inter side. So nothing else than the first and the only Alex Classic of this round of fixtures in Champions League at even money. Both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals.
Okay, I'm not complicating it. I'm going into Milan to win 2.4. I've seen enough of both of these sides, and the way that they pass and move into Milan has impressed me. Obviously, I'm not a great fan of Lukaku up front, but if you put Lukaku up against Hummels, then I fancy he can do the job if it comes down to him. If not, I think the Inter Milan players are far better. So 2.4 Inter Milan for me. That's my banker of the week.
By the way, Flash, Ibrahim Bangura on the live chat is saying, Alex, be careful. Don't talk so good about Lukaku. I see Flash giving you the evil eye there. But
yeah, well,
right now, Flash is talking good about Lukaku.
No, I'm not. I've just got to wait, because I said that he won't be a massive success. Let's put it this way: if Sanchez was playing, he wouldn't even be in the starting lineup. He's had his chances. He only scored a couple against Sassuolo, but he did score a couple, and that is his job. So I'll leave off him for this week. But when we do Serie A, Bundesliga and La Liga later on in the week, I will be back on hammering Lukaku. But because I want my money on Inter Milan, come on, Lukaku. Bruges 6.2, the draw 4.3, and PSG 1.6, Mark. Now, that 1.6, is that gone in with Atletico Madrid as well?
Yeah, I think that looks like a good double to me. It's a difficult challenge for PSG because Club Bruges haven't lost a single game all season. They've won 8, drawn 2 out of their 10 matches in the Belgian league. They're sitting top of the table. And they're unbeaten in the Champions League so far. They were 2-0 up in the Bernabeu. Bonaventure scored 2 great goals. Real Madrid did peg them back in the end, but they could only take a point. So that's going to leave Club Bruges full of confidence. But these sort of runs have to end somewhere, and I think PSG could be the team to end it. They're on fire in the Champions League. They swept Real Madrid aside, beat Galatasaray last time out. They've just got a great deal of attacking firepower. They kept quite a few players on the bench at the weekend, which should be good for this game. I think Marquinhos, Marco Verratti, Kylian Mbappe, they were all on the bench, so they'll be well rested for this one. Mauro Icardi can score goals. Angel Di Maria is a creative genius. This is the one team you'd want to send to Bruges if you're going to end their long unbeaten streak. So yeah, I think PSG can do it. I think they can go and blow them away if they really put their minds to it. So I'm going to go for PSG -1 Asian handicap at 2.03.
Excuse me, Martin. What is this shit starting 11 from Arsenal right now?
He seems to have decided to go with a bit of
Absolutely
energy away from home, so he's put in Willock instead of Ceballos, which is a mistake for me. He clearly doesn't feel like Bellerin and Tierney are fit enough yet to start, which is worrying because you've got lack of pace in Chambers, and Kolasinac isn't a defender either. But I don't know. I guess he's got plenty of good players on the bench. Nicolas Pepe's got to have a good game sooner or later. Saka's got to have a good game in the Premier League as well. So you'd hope for a lot from them too. And then, yeah, you know, if he needs to, he's got Ceballos to come on. He's got Lacazette for a bit more firepower. It's not great, but I can see that he's going to try and contain Sheffield United a bit and then maybe come out in the second half and try and win 1-0.
Yeah, we used to call that the bad pitch team. So basically you battle away for an hour, you tire, you match, and then you bring on your flair players when they're going to get the time and space, and hopefully you can get the win. It's a little bit like what we said on Premier League punters last week. You don't go to Sheffield United unless you're ready for a scrap. And some of them boys that are not playing, I wouldn't have fancied that we're going to have a scrap. So let's see if he gets it right. It's going to be a very, very tough game, whatever happens, I'm sure. I'm going to stay with you, Martin. The last one, Juve 1.22, the draw 7, and Lokomotiv Moscow at 18. How have you got the value out of Juve?
I think, yeah, Juventus haven't really been blowing teams away, but they do seem to get the job done in every game. They were very good beating Bayer Leverkusen 3-0 last time out. I normally would go unders with Juve, but, you know, this is a big European night. They've got a lot of players like Ronaldo that want to shine on the big stage. I'm just going to go, keep it pretty simple, Juventus to win and over 2.5 goals. At odds of 1.76. Can't believe that Lokomotiv Moscow are really going to put up much of a fight in Turin. This is a team that regularly struggles in the Champions League group stage. And yeah, I think Juventus should saunter to victory in this one. 2-1, 3-1, 3-0, something like that I'd be going for.
So that's Juventus and over 2.5 at 1.76.
Yeah.
Okay, have you got a banker for me?
Banker, I'm going to go with. I'll go Barcelona. Barcelona to go to Slavia Prague, beat them half-time, full-time.
2.1. Alex, banker?
Before I'm saying my banker, I have a fifth a bet. Ajax versus Chelsea. Alex Classic at 1.85. And my banker for this round of fixtures is Inter versus Dortmund, the Alex Classic at even money.
So let's just make sure we get this right. You didn't send me Ajax versus Chelsea, did you?
No, but...
so you're playing games. You're playing games with me.
My crystal ball is sometimes giving me the latest news available on the market right now, you know? So... just happens for me for the crystal ball to give me Ajax Chelsea Alex Classic here.
At what price again, please? Because we haven't got the graphic.
1.85. Sorry.
No worries at all. Good luck to you with that one. Okay. Well, that's the Champions League sorted out. We'll say goodbye to Martin. Rafa, have you managed to get hold of Chef Michael? That's great. So now we're going to go for the Europa League games on Thursday with Alex. And we're going to go with Chef Michael. Thanks a lot for that, Martin. Good luck. And we'll see you later on in the week when we La Liga and Premier League punters. Cheers, mate.
Thanks, Flash. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Cheers.
Busy week for Martin.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we all do double and triple shifts. And remember, he does all the articles as well. So you can go over to Odds Market or SBR and have a look at some of the literature that he puts pen to paper. Alex, when I look at some of these fixtures on Thursday night, do you think that there's a case to be made for the overs?
Yeah, I love the overs in Europa League. It's a great competition for the overs, and we are at 15 units of profit, myself and Chef Michael, in Europa League after just 2 rounds of fixtures. So we are very happy to give some overs again, because there are some very nice matches from that over 2.5 for that over 2.5 market.
Okay, I'll say obviously welcome to Chef Michael. Chef, I know we're doing Europa League games, but Inter Milan at 2.4 in the Champions League's my banker. Are you on that train?
Yeah, you got to keep riding Inter. I mean, Dortmund hasn't shown any will to play much defense in the way Inter's striking right now. You got to think Inter's going to put in some goals. So got to ride Inter.
Yeah, I'll only ride them if they're the right price. So, yeah, 2.4 for me. I'm licking my lips, eyes like saucers. Let's crack on. We'll start with you, Alex. Bratislava 5.25, the draw 4.05, and Wolves 1.71. Wolves very pedestrian over the weekend. They only got a draw, did have a goal disallowed on VAR. Let me down. What way are you going?
VAR, I hate this VAR. Is killing a lot of tickets, man. Also last weekend, also some weeks ago, absolutely incredible how VAR is turning for us, the bettors, you know. Yeah, I think that Slovan Bratislava will give a good game to Wolves in this one. Wolves with not a lot of efforts, let's say, so far in Europa League. Just a win. It's good for them that they bounce back after the 1-0 defeat in Portugal at home against the Braga, the Portuguese team. They won 1-0 against Besiktas on the road. But Slovan Bratislava are another surprise package in this Europa League competition. They are scoring goals for fun, also in their domestic league, also in Europa League. They are going all in all their matches. I know that Wolves will probably rest some of their key players, but I fancy them to score also against Bratislava, and I have the first over at 1.92 over 2.5 goals in the match.
Okay, say that again.
1.92 over 2.5 goals.
Over 2.5 goals. Okay. Chef Michael, just give me some thoughts on Ludogorets for 2.3, draw 3.6, and Espanyol at 3.2.
That's not one of my matches. Did I send you that one, Flash?
No, I'll just throw one into you just to see your knowledge.
Oh, yeah, you got to like Espanyol here. I mean, let me pull it up here.
Alex, are you going with Espanyol
or
are you going
to... Flash.
Sorry?
You're saying bad stuff about you, Flash.
No. Alex, Ludogorets.
So yeah, no, I wouldn't go with Espanyol, even if you pay me, I don't know, you name the price. I'm not going with Espanyol. Espanyol just replaced their manager, so Pablo Machin is their new coach. They are not doing very good in La Liga, but their Europa League results are a little bit better. Ludogorets on the other side, I really see them winning this group. They have 6 points, 8-1 in their 2 matches. Trashed both CSKA Moscow and Ferencváros, revenging after that heavy defeat when Ferencváros, the Hungarian team, knocked them out of the Champions League qualifiers. Ludogorets, an absolutely brilliant team going forward. Espanyol with their problems there, but I think that we will see them also scoring. But if not, I see Ludogorets maybe putting 3 behind them. So over 2.5 goals at 1.8. And if you force me to give you a winners from this game, I could give you Ludogorets with a draw no bet there at 1.71.
Draw no bet at 1.71. I just thought Ludogorets at 2.3. Here we go, Chef Michael. You like your home games. You don't like me throwing them into you. Arsenal 1.3, draw 6.25, and Guimarães 13.5.
Yeah, I think I like this even more after seeing this lineup from Arsenal today. It makes me think they're going to throw everything out there at home on Thursday. This is a simple play for me. I mean, Arsenal haven't conceded yet in the group stage, and Vitória haven't scored yet. So it was a simple play for me. Arsenal minus 1.5 at 1.8. I think it should have been set at around -2, to be honest. So we're getting minus 1.5. I think Arsenal can easily put 3 or 4 past them. And even if Vitória do happen to get one in there, we're still covered on the minus 1.5.
Yeah, really like that. Really like that at 1.8. Arsenal minus 1.5. I think it's a minimum 2-0, 3-1. So that's going to get a little start. Thank you very much. You're starting to redeem yourself now, Chef Michael. Okay, we're going to move on.
I think.
Go on. Alex, what are you saying?
I think that I believe that that will be his banker for this Europa League. It should be his banker because it's a very good bet.
You like that one, Alex, didn't you? I see your eyes light up.
Chung ching.
We like cha-ching. Okay, Young Boys 2.02. The draw 4, Feyenoord 3.6. Alex.
This group is wide open. All 4 teams are staying at 3 points there after 2 rounds of fixtures. Win 1, lose 1. But Feyenoord and the Young Boys, Berna, are sitting first and second because of the goals difference and because of the head-to-heads with the Rangers and Porto. I see a high-scoring affair because it's very important this match in how the group will continue, because I'm seeing Porto beating Rangers in their match, so they will get 6 points there, sitting in first place. Feyenoord and Young Boys, they always offered high-scoring affair in both European competitions. In their domestic league, they are scoring goals for fun. I'm seeing an Alex Classic at 1.85, both teams to score and the over 2.5 goals in the match.
Okay. Chef Michael, I know that you watched Young Boys last time come and score in the 93rd minute to beat Rangers. I think you might have got involved in that game as well, maybe both teams to score. Well, what do you think of Young Boys at 2.02 at home?
I like them at home. Yeah, I was on the both teams scoring over 2.5 in that match. I wouldn't touch them away from home, but at home they're pretty. They got a fortress over there. They're winning a lot of games. They're scoring a lot of goals. It's the only way I would look in that match.
Okay, let's move on. PSV 1.6, draw 4.5, and Lask 5.7. Chef Michael, this PSV side starting to score goals.
Yeah, they score a ton of goals, and they're winning a lot of games despite all the losses they had in the transfer window. They're still destroying teams. They've won 9 of the last 10 overall. At home, they've won 9 of the last 10 at home. And they win by a lot of margin. They've won by more than 2 goals in almost each of their matches. And how can this last team keep up? And they score a lot of goals too. They put 7 in past Mattersburg over the weekend. 7 of their last 10 have gone over 2.5 as well. So, I mean, goals look like they're on the menu here, and I'm going to play both teams to score and over 2.5 at 1.95. Looks amazing for that, considering these 2 teams and how many goals they're putting in.
Okay, Alex Classic at 1.95. Celtic 2.7, the draw 3.6, Lazio 2.65. I'm sniffing an Alex Classic.
Yeah, I will stick just with both teams to score here at 1.7 because I found good odds on that. I just wanted to comment a little bit on PSV versus LASK. I have them also in my treble bet article. I have them with over 2.5 goals in the match, but I really think that that Alex Classic is good. I would be worried if people will say that PSV will win easily this match. LASK is a tough opponent, despite playing on the road. They can pull off upsets. PSV are coming after that 3-0 defeat against Utrecht. Yes, with the two red cards. Yes, with after the international break. But I don't know since when PSV failed to score in one match. So that's why I'm a little bit scared if people will be on that PSV train. On the other side, Celtic versus Lazio. As I said last round, Celtic will be in for a revenge against Cluj. They won 2-0 against the Romanian team after being knocked out of the Champions League. If you remember, if it was one of the biggest upsets in the qualifiers there. I think that at home Celtic are another animal. I think that they can play anyone, they can score against anyone. Okay, not against the 5-star teams, for example, like City, Barcelona, Juventus, teams like that. But Lazio are not such a tough opponent. I see them also winning in this one if they put a good performance. I'm referring to Celtic here. But I think that Immobile and Co will find the back of the net and contribute on the scoreboard for us. Both teams to score at 1.7 for me in this one.
Okay. Chef Michael, anything you want to add from any other games?
Yeah, I had Wolves and Slovan on my card. You didn't come to me on that one.
Yeah, that was because it was the first one, and I was just going to bring it back round at the end. Rafa, can you stick up the Wolves and Bratislava one, please? There you go. What you got for me?
Yeah, Wolves have been pretty underwhelming in this competition. So, lost their first match. Got a win in the second match, and they really struggled over the weekend against Southampton. They didn't even deserve to come out of that with a draw, to be honest with you. Slovan scoring a lot of goals. I mean, this is a horrible spot for the Wolves. They're going all the way up to Slovakia. Then they're going to come home. They're going to have 3 straight road matches once they get back. They're going to go to Newcastle, go to St. James Park, play Newcastle. Then they're going to go on the road, play Aston Villa. Then they're going to go up to the Emirates and play Arsenal. I just think they're going to try to go up to Slovakia, come out of there healthy, and not have any more injuries. They got an injury over the weekend against Southampton. Romain suffered an injury, and they're dealing with another injury with Nato Pedro. So I think Slovan can come out of it with a result here. I'm going to go Slovan draw double chance at 2.2.
Yeah, I like that. I like that because when I looked at this game, I thought it was a 0-0 or 1-1. Okay, Alex has gone for the over 2.5. So maybe we're looking for a Bratislava win, 2-1. We're happy with that. Okay, have you got a banker, or have I just got to be just going for Arsenal minus 1.5 at 1.8?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bank of the week right there.
Alex, are you going to change your banker and get your crystal ball out and start adding like games and prices and that? What's your banker?
Yes, unfortunately, you don't have the graphics for the game that I just received now, Roger.
There's a shot. It's a Monday and they're trying to throw me already. It's a long week ahead. I will be getting my own back, I promise. Go on, Alex. Tell me what it is.
Getafe versus Basel, both teams to score at 1.87. And my banker for this round of fixtures in Europa League is Ludogorets versus Espanyol over 2.5 goals at 1.8.
1.8 over 2.5 goals is your banker. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. Sorry for throwing a few in, Chef Michael, but you know the way it works. Alex throws them into me, I throw them into you, and now you can throw them into the dog. I'll see you Serie A during the week. Let's
on
hope,
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday, Serie A. Alex, I'll see you for Bundesliga. Get your head in that book, mate, because that Bundesliga looks like it's getting tougher and tougher every single week.
Thank God that Serie A is saving us for all the damage that we are creating in Bundesliga, and Europa League is saving us for all the damage that we're creating in the Champions League. But all the rest, we are 325 units of profit on odds market, and 14 cappers in all the sports, all their sports are all in profit. So you tell me another team like that with everyone on profit, and I will pay you money to see them.
Well, okay, just remember my 17-1, 14 parlay at the weekend in the lower leagues, and I was 4-0 going into the NFL last night. Chef Michael, look away. I know what you did. I know what you did. I saw. Let's not talk about you. Good weekend. Listen, thanks, gentlemen, and we'll speak again soon.
See you guys.
Cheers, boys.
Thank you.
Okay, that was Chef Michael and Alex going through Europa League. Prior to that, it was Alex and Martin Green going through the Champions League games. Tomorrow, Craig Edwards joins me. Portugal is the venue for the golf. And then we're going to go China for the women tennis. Snides will be here on fire. And watch out for his videos. They were absolutely different class last week. And he done an impression of young Michael Jackson out of Jackson 5 singing ABC. And also we'll go to Switzerland for the ATP. Roger Federer, bound to be favourite. He was a holder last year. Might just do it again. Take care.